Evening. Oh, no respawn. So I've got a special kind of video for you today. In a sense, it's a decoration video. Like a full one. Like fully automated and sexy decoration. It'll be great. Well, it's not really automated. I was making a dumb joke. Anyway, basically, it's a decorating vid. And I quite really like how it turns out. So this is obviously the general's quarters inside the castle. I won't be doing this for all of the rooms, but I figured it's quite a fun little video for me to do. It's weird, actually, because recording my decoration made me think a little bit more about how I was making things. And because the rooms within the castle are quite themed, this one was quite fun to do. Like, I'll probably do the kitchen, and we'll do, like, just a full-on decoration video on the kitchen. I think that's the only other big room, because I've done the wee place. The wee place is actually quite big. The armory. Yeah, so this is pretty sweet. I've got a nice little tour, and I have a doggo in here as well, which when I did, I went back, so those who don't know, you can go back to Far Harbour and actually purchase a dog that's named, I can't remember this one's name, it's like KG or something like that, from a guy called Ericsson, who is somewhere, no spoilers, but you can find him. He's a cool character as well, that I feel I should have got a lot more, kind of, just a bit more substance in the DLC, but anyway, you can get dogs from him, and I have a dog here, and it's really cool. Also, you see the big painting, rather, not photo, or maybe it is a photo. It's not, it's a painting of the one true Todd, which I forgot to put in Todd We Trust underneath. I decided to give this quite a kind of stately look. That was kind of the idea I was going for, basically, so I kind of keep a lot of the pre-existing furniture. I'm just so happy I can do these bookcases now, obviously, with the workshop decoration pack. That comes with Aslam's mod, just because it just makes my life so much easier. In terms of this, like, you know, this is the general's quarters. He's going to have piles and piles of books. Just a quick note on my mods, because even though I've made a video in the past kind of telling you what mods I use, people still kind of ask. Just as an FYI, and I might just drop this in most of my videos, sorry if I repeat this a lot each time, but I have a playlist which has all of my mods. If you go to my playlist, there is my mod reviews playlist, which has every single mod I ever use. You can go through it, everyone's named, and obviously just have a look through. There's one that summarizes what mods I use, and it's done by chronological order, so you can obviously guess that any videos after that video are therefore new mods. Anyway, so I've got to use this. That obviously doesn't work. I do like the desk pieces he's added in this mod, but I might change it around. I'm not too sure, because I like... You can't use that computer, and I wouldn't mind a computer that you can use. But anyway, this looks quite cool as well. I decided I wanted his kind of like war room to look a little bit less formal than it was implying it might. So this is his bedroom, right? He sleeps in here, he lives in here. And I wanted the kind of war room to look like somewhere where he has maybe a little bit more of a casual... I actually really thought about this as well. Has a bit more of a casual relationship with his staff and his, you know, sub-commanders or whatever. And... as you can see, like, you know, he's kind of just, he's just been sitting at his desk, just doing shit. He's got a fucking rocket launcher on the side. You know, he just calls people in, and they can just kind of plop themselves down. So I did make very good use of this workshop decoration pack. I did mention I was going to do that for this video, or for this build, in fact, because it's so much for me to decorate, and it looks really, really cool. And also, Aslam seems to be updating it constantly. So there's always new stuff. You see those umbrella in the stands, and there's, like, boxes of stuff. It's very, very cool. So it's weird thing is, normally I find rooms like this a bit difficult to decorate because I don't know what to do. But I think because this is a player room, I had my space a bit more planned out. If it's a kind of NPC room, I kind of get a little bit like, oh, I don't really know what to do, because I don't envision every NPC room to look like a large player room. Because this is, I kind of imagined this would be my actual player home. It kind of made me approach it in a kind of quite different, kind of more thoughtful way. Had a lot of fun. I kind of kept the junk decoration quite minimal because I still wanted it to look quite tidy. That's what the good thing about using the workshop decoration pack obviously allowed me to kind of basically skip a lot of the junk decoration in terms of the details. I did add a few bits on there. These rugs, these are quite cool. These runner carpets. I was going to lay them all over the place, and I said I didn't. I thought to myself that actually that looks a bit bollocks, so I'm just going to use the two. It looks pretty cool. I do try and get them straight. They're actually reasonably straight, I think, but I'm not too sure. I think so. I did have, you'll see in the tour, I don't know if it's visible. It was visible when I was playing my game. a little bit of frame rate dropping is starting to happen, but it's a bit weird with the castle because I get, like, sometimes I'll get really weird lag spikes now, but I think that might be due to a mod. But then other times, it'll be completely smooth. Weirdly enough, outside when there's more stuff. When I was in here, but I think that might be actually due to the workshop decoration pack. I'm not saying it is, but it was a little bit of choppiness, but I'm not too sure. So see, I've got his little kind of desk area. So I've got kind of his, like, a computer area where he does his computer shit. And then we've obviously got his actual kind of, like, dining room stroke meeting area kind of thing. It was quite fun. I really enjoyed decorating this. I had a little bit of trouble with the scrap mod. So the one I've got is Scrap That Settlement. And it was a bit weird. It's been glitching out for me recently. So sometimes it'll only half work. So for example, when I went to... So you notice I'm scrapping the rubble a second ago. Before, whatever reason, when I first went to do this video, I couldn't scrap half of it. And I was really confused. And then I just saved and exited and came back in and I could suddenly do it. It was really strange. And then when I logged in today, because I'd already done half of this yesterday, when I logged in today, for whatever reason, all of the stuff came back, even the mod was made. So it was a bit temperamental. I don't know whether that mod's just been a bit glitchy recently, or maybe my computer's, my console's just getting a bit confused with all of this shit going on. I don't know. So it's quite cool. Bit of loungy places. Need to get him some more books, I think, actually. That would look quite nice. So, Chase Lounge. I like this. It's a very stately look. It's so much better looking than the one I did. I remember my last castle, because the last castle I did, this is before we could scrap any of the debris. So there's loads of, you know, for example, where that mod does glitch out, as you can see, where that sofa is, there's just a giant pile of rubble towards the where the kind of walkway to the entrance to the armory is, or the basement area, and I had to build over it. It was just a little bit of a state. So I'm very glad we were able to scrap shit, because it just looks infinitely better. Really, I think I should have left that safe there. I mean, nah, end up putting it over here. So it's all good. Incidentally, right, so you'll see me put an ammo box next to it, and then it turns around. So basically, that's backwards. And I always forget. So you see the ring with the ammo box? This is a big thing. I can never tell which way is the front way. The front, so when you select it and it opens up, is where you've got the silver little clasp thing, right? That may seem like a weird thing for me to focus on, but holy shit, do I always forget which way is the front of those ammo boxes. Every single stupid time. So annoying. I go for a battle table, don't you worry. Don't you worry. I actually go for the one back there, but I completely just brushed over it. Oh, the mod, by the way, even though I said you can just look at my playlist, just have a scroll for it because I can't be able to find the link, that I'm using for the bed is, because you notice it was called My Bed, is a mod that I've reviewed a few months back, which basically adds a player bed, so none of your NPCs will sleep in that bed, and what it quite simply does, it doesn't count to your bed limit. So you can still activate it, and I believe it still gives you rested bonus experience, but just it doesn't count as a bed in the settlement. It's really weird, but it's quite a clever way. But also looks very nice. So nearly finished now. Tour coming, just adding this little table here, and a few more bits like the lighting and stuff later on, but that was just a bit kind of tedious, so I decided to just not record that. So here we go, la 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 la. Yes, here we go. So it looks really, really stately, I think. There's a little bit of a frame rate drop. It was more noticeable. You can see it a little bit when I move. There's a little bit of kind of like stuttering. I just want to highlight that because it might be the mods that are doing this. It's not too bad, and I think for some reason the game seems to do it in kind of like temperamental bursts, which is quite strange. As you can see, it is a little bit. But I'm not too sure if it's my game that's doing that. There was a bit of a stutter there. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a bit more of a decoration of it. I quite enjoyed this, and I might maybe do it for more set-piece rooms later down the line if you kind of enjoyed me just kind of decorating like this. My doggo won't sit down, which is annoying. Stupid doggo. It's not true. Lovely doggo. Anyway, so I put some flower pots around. I should have maybe put in Todd We Trust, as I always do. But anyway, yes, as always, follow me on Twitter at norespawns. I have a new video up soon. More stuff on the castle. I think we are nearly finished now. really. I just have to kind of do a couple more buildings and decorate a few more rooms. Anyway, until that point comes, you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Take care.